Welcome back to Tonight on Breaking. It's now 2 weeks onto the 2023 general elections, and the Supreme Court has suspended CBN's deadline for when the old Naira will expire. Over the last 2 weeks, there has been a lot of controversy over the new Naira and the expiration of the old Naira. On Monday this week, the governors of Kaduna, Zamfara, and Kogi states took the federal government before the Supreme Court over the scarcity of Naira notes. The state's governors were seeking an interim injunction restraining the government and CBN from banning the use of old Naira notes by February 10th. Basically, they want the old Naira to still be used as legal tenders even after CBN's deadline. As you all know, we're all expected to stop using the old Naira notes by February 10th, but the new Naira note is not circulating as expected. Some banks are beginning to dispense the new notes, but there are extremely long queues at the ATMs. POS operators are having a hard time getting both the old and the new notes from the banks. So there's scarcity of Naira cash across the country. According to the state governors, their states have been experiencing shortage in the supply of the new Naira notes, hence their reason for taking the matter before the Supreme Court. Fast forward to Wednesday, the Supreme Court issued an interim injunction restraining the federal government from suspending the acceptance of the old Naira notes on the stated February deadline. So what this means is that the old Naira notes will continue to be legal tenders in Nigeria even after February 10th. Now, since the ruling, President Buhari and Emefiele have had a closed-door meeting, and as of the time of this recording, the president is set to hold an emergency meeting of the Council of State, presumably on this issue. Okay, and naturally, Nigerians have all kinds of conspiracy theories about why this is happening. One of the latest theories comes from the governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, who has alleged that the very same people who were behind the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election are also orchestrating the Naira crisis of 2023, nearly 30 years later. Conspiracy theories are entertaining, but how about we consider the possibility that our central bank just screwed up? With all their finance degrees and PhDs, they failed to predict this outcome and they have failed to have a plan in place. Now, the question is, will they back down completely and just scrap the deadline for returning the old Naira until after the election, or will they hold their ground? Will the cabal of governors win this round? In other news, earlier this week, a Supreme Court restored the Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, as the senatorial candidate for Yobe North senatorial district. If you recall, back in May last year, APC conducted a primary election. As you all know, primary elections are a voting process whereby members of a political party choose their party's candidate. During APC's primary elections, Bashir Makina emerged unopposed as the winner of the senatorial ticket for Yobe North district. This means that he was chosen by the APC to represent the party in the senatorial election. Senator Ahmed Lawan has represented Yobe North since 2007 and was predicted to contest against Bashir. But at the time the primary election was held, Lawan was pursuing his presidential ambition and was contesting for a presidential ticket. In June of last year, APC conducted their presidential primary election and Bola Tinubu emerged as a winner, which means that Ahmed Lawan was no longer in the running for presidency and he was also not in the running for Senate. After the senatorial primary election for Yobe North, APC submitted the names of the candidates who won. But in a turn of events, the party omitted Bashir Makina as the Yobe North District Senator and replaced it with Ahmed Lawan's name instead. This created a lot of controversy because Ahmed did not participate in the senatorial primary election. He was busy trying to contest in the presidential primary. According to Makina, he was asked to step down for Ahmed Lawan but has refused to do so. Even in the face of controversy, APC was still pushing Ahmed Lawan as its senatorial candidate for Yobe North. This led Makina to file a suit at the Federal High Court in Damaturu accusing the APC of fraudulently substituting his name with that of Lawan. Fast forward to September of last year, the Federal High Court in Damaturu declared Makina as a winner, ordering both the APC and INEC to recognize him as a senatorial candidate. You would think that would be the end of it, but no. Ahmed Lawan and the APC appealed the judgment in the Court of Appeal in Abuja, but once again the court ruled in Bashir Makina's favor, affirming his claim as the senatorial candidate. After losing at both levels, APC took the case to the Supreme Court. It was revealed at the Supreme Court that APC cancelled the primary election poll held in May due to irregularities observed during the exercise. They also revealed that another primary was held on 9th June where Ahmed Lawan emerged as the party's authentic candidate. Fast forward to this week, the Supreme Court gave their final ruling and ruled in Lawan's favor. This is once again proof that in Nigeria, we have the greatest magicians the world has ever seen. If our big men want something, they can easily distort reality to get it. INEC, the highest electoral body in the land, confirmed Makina as winner of that election. A federal high court in Yobe confirmed he won. At no point was there evidence of a secondary primary being conducted on 9th of June until the case got to the Supreme Court. And just like that, they waved their wand and a secondary primary happened. And another wave of the wand, and then suddenly there are irregularities in the first primary. And all this wand waving happened at the Supreme Court, which obviously means the ruling cannot be contested. Mark my words, there was some serious wand waving to get the Supreme Court to ban CBN's February 10th deadline for the old Naira expiration. And poof, just like that, the new deadline will be after the election. That's all for tonight on Breaking. I'm John Iwodi. It's now only 2 weeks before the election. Do you know where your polling unit is? If you don't know, you can search for it on INEC's website. The link is down below in our episode description. Go and find out.